Welcome everyone to round 6 of the FP calendar. We're just going to get underway here at Spain in a moment. So bear with us. So we're just waiting for the qualifying session to get underway. So joining me tonight in the commentary box is going to be racer commentator QPR Beasts 987. So what are you expecting here today at Spain? You obviously had a podium last time out. What can you do around this type of venue?
Well, I'm expecting to be 18th in quali and probably 18th in the race if non-DNF, so, you know, it's going to be an interesting one. I'm going to be really far off the pace, but just try and keep the nose clean tonight. And yeah, have some fun, if that's possible in this car.
No, that's good to hear, and it'd be good if you can get yourself out on circuit and maybe give us a hot lap on board. I mean, I don't think it's ever been done before, but it should be exciting.
Yeah, I haven't gone with the harder tyre comp plan today, I'm afraid. Harder tyre allocation for quality, so, you know, I don't have the hards to show off, but I'll try my best anyway on the softs to run us through that. I'm also making a setup change from 4.9 to 2.7 wings, which could backfire really badly, could oversteer everywhere, but we'll see.
No, it could, and anything can happen here. I'm just going to let the cars come out on track. I'm obviously waiting for you to come out as well, which I'm sure you'll come out in due course, but we're going to get this stream shared on all the platforms to make sure we can rally the viewers in.
Rally the troops, yeah, exactly. But yeah, the straight line speed I'm going to be down on, so it's going to be an interesting one.
It's just one of those
coming
things.
out now.
And how many goals do you think England are going to score by the finals? I don't know. I think they might get into double figures.
Do you want me to run you through a lap whilst I'm driving as well, like talk through it?
Yeah, you might as well.
Yeah,
now,
why
just
not?
describe this moment here, QPR Beast. Or shall I call you Louis? I don't know what you prefer.
Yeah, go Louis.
Louis, how does this feel? Look at that. You're in the McLaren here. What goes through your mind when you're driving around a track like Spain on your outlap at this moment in time?
I'm just thinking what a prestigious car it is. I don't want to bin it in the wall. You know, the pressure's increasing. So the hands are shaking, the heart rate's going up, I feel faint, you know?
Yeah.
Just don't want to bin the car.
Well, totally. I can understand your feelings at this moment in time.
I'll tell you what. Sorry, I think I've made some setup wrong calls. It feels very oversteer even in lean, so could be a difficult one, but we'll give it our best shot.
Yeah, giving it your best shot is all you can do around a track like Spain. And QPR Beasts, who finished 11th yesterday in the PSGL F1 race, a few controversial moments, is taken to the track once again. And my God, this track has some memories for you as you go past the stricken Williams of Jack Tyler.
Yeah, it does. So we're just going to go through the final chicane now, try and get as good an exit as possible.
A little bit of a corner cut there just to get some maximum speed.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm all about, Irvin. You know that. So yeah, we are currently getting no deployment. What a yoke, GP2 engine. As we head into turn 1, Downshift 4 times through turn 2. Really wrenching every last thousandth out of the cold here. I wasn't prepared for that understeer on entry. And yeah, the car does feel really wobbly in the rear end. No braking performance either. Oh.
No, the viewers absolutely loving this, Louis, as Walker goes faster with 20.3. Seeing that come up on your screen while you're going around the bend must be distracting. Hearing my voice.
It's just demoralising, mate, seeing these quick laps go in. As I cross the sector, I am a whole second off. You know, it's not good.
No, it definitely isn't good. It's definitely not great, but
the gear ratios in this car are a bit different. So. Oh.
No. Keep it together. Keep it together. QPR beast. While lap times are tumbling around him, what can he do? The first man to commentate on a lap on board in the FP League.
It's not a pretty lap.
Honda, and he goes into the top 10.
Whoa!
Yes. So we'll see who else we can get a start of. Flying Throne comes across the line, goes 12th. What about Jack Tyler? He's binned it. He's in the middle of the circuit. Obviously, you won't be able to see this QPR beast, but he's benched.
Nice.
He's beached in the gravel. So
really? Wow.
Interesting lap time for him. And you're 11th on the grid at the moment. That would be a good place for you to start, wouldn't it? Perhaps.
Yeah, it would be. But I think I'll be strapping on the softs today instead of the hards, because yesterday it was a really. I think the pace on the hards in the first stint just wasn't good enough. So.
No, it wasn't. And Jack Tyler is decorating himself around the racetrack. He's spun off 4, 5, 6, 7 times on this lap. This car's coming in the final sector. Is he going to be a distraction to the Haas and the two Haasters who are going into the pits? Maybe not. But I think Throne's going for another lap time. Currently on 24.1.
I can confirm I've invalidated this lap. So I was 5 tenths up. Don't know where that would have put me, but you know, probably not anywhere good. But it's good fun anyway.
No, and
getting a different experience.
Yeah, and I think our viewers are getting a different insight, and you know, maybe when the race does get underway, you'll be able to tell us a little bit more about, you know, how you see.
Am I in here for the race too?
Oh, you might as well, mate.
Well, why not? Why not? Really? I don't know. I'll have to see, but yeah, I'll be happy to have some insight. You know, I've got graining on the front right as well. I don't think the setup's quite right. I can really see the graining, so maybe cold temperatures or something. Yeah, not good.
It is what it is, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You've got to deal with it.
So Flying Throne did improve to P8. There are other drivers out there. Mr. Grumpy's gone third. Mr. Grumpy in the Red Bull's gone third fastest. One of the most experienced drivers around. Look at that.
That's incredible.
He must be happy with that. And I'm just going to... No, let's get a lap on board with Duofin at this stage. And you might be battling Duofin, you know. He's going to have more power than you. He's going to have more power than you.
Exactly. He's going to be a good 40 k's an hour on me in a straight line. You know? It's not good. Not good.
No, totally.
Anyway, just gotta, at this stage, you know, nerves are kicking in big time. There shouldn't be any pressure on because I'm in not a regular car. Nerves are really there.
Yeah, and you have been retweeted as one of the commentators on the official PSGL Twitter account. So,
hopefully that doesn't put too many people off watching anyway.
No, it shouldn't do. I think people are quite intrigued as to, you know, how this is working. But
dynamic.
It is, but Duofin, a massive lock up there in the middle sector. We're probably missing the action up front. Frizzo Stock goes fastest. CC Brain on the front row alongside him. Chicken in third. Grumpy in fourth. Joel in fifth. So,
that's great for Joel.
It is, but is it going to be great for Duofin, who goes into the pits? And JP Greenwood! JP Greenwood has lost a bit of his wing. He's gone.
He's on the hards.
He's on his outlap.
He's on the mediums.
On the medium. On his outlap. He's out of the session. Oh my goodness me!
Well, he's one of my main rivals this race. So that's quite good.
How has
brilliant.
that happened?
Ooh.
I don't know if there's that
It's
many
gonna be an
drivers out
inquest.
there. But I'd like to invite him in, but we better not.
No. Although he can. He's welcome to come, but...
Yeah, you've probably got a
yeah,
race to focus.
1.1 seconds per team.
Yeah, they gave you a harsh car, didn't they, for this race? So you must be gutted.
No, I'm not. No, I'm a reserve, so I just take whoever doesn't turn up. And I think Jack Lacey's got his revenge on me tonight by going on holiday and leaving me with this. So yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
gonna be
mean,
a difficult one.
and just while we're here, you know, that incident with Big C, that must have been quite an interesting one. Obviously, you and Big C, you know, are good friends, but you may have got off on the wrong foot now following what happened there.
I think it's it's a virtual league race. We've
Yeah,
all got over it. Stuff like this happens, so
exactly.
it's racing. The dangers of racing. It's an occupational hazard.
Yeah, I think the commentators enjoyed your race
I
anyway.
heard.
Yeah, Cloudy Balloons looks a little bit laggy down here at that, so he's not getting much action in. But I'll tell you what, there are going to be other drivers coming out of the pits. Big C's coming out, Flying Throne's coming out. You're staying in. Oh, no, QPR Beast is out. He's out, out for another effort. So, we're probably not covering the battle for pole position, but, you know, we're intrigued
No,
to see where you
cover
can
that.
Yeah, we will.
It's
We
fine.
will.
I don't deserve the airtime, mate. The guys at front deserve it.
Yeah, we're going to get a full lap on board with the experienced Mr. Grumpy as he warms up his loins for what could prove to be a crucial lap time in his career. Confidence at an all-time low for one of the most experienced drivers on the grid. DRS wide open in the Red Bull. Adrian Newey pops his head out the pit wall and says, "Give it some beans, son." And Grumpy heading into the first corner, some cars, a bit of traffic. Does he miss his braking point? No, he doesn't. Look at that, smooth as you like. And now he's got to keep his car hooked up for this sector. And look at the grip in the Red Bull, absolutely phenomenal. No issues there for Mr. Grumpy, but he has got a Force India up the road, we believe. But hopefully that won't cause any distractions for Grumpy, who is on an absolute flyer. Chicken Owens has taken pole off Frito Stoke in the meantime, but Mr. Grumpy is the man on the move. We're just riding on board with him through his middle part of the lap. Looking at it goes a little bit wide, but got enough grip to stay on the race circuit, which is what we want to see. Chickens is out of the session. Dano goes up into third, but Grumpy here in this final sector, he's going to have the grip, he's going to have the downforce in the Red Bull racing car here. He just needs to keep it together. There's Mr. Grumpy. He knows that has got a chance of a podium, could even win the race. Did he get corner cut in there? I don't think he did. Mr. Grumpy to the line here. In the Red Bull, goes fourth. Not a bad effort, but Frito Stoke on pole by over 1 second. That is just mental. CC Brain stays fifth. Big C stays sixth as well. So not much movement. And where's Jolyon and Manu in the Force India? He's out there as well. And there's a Force India off in the background. Frito Stoke. Oh, that's a massive accident there.
I just caught the rear end of that. The rear end of that incident.
I don't know who it was in the Force India, but they definitely had a massive accident. So the viewers are tuning in, Game Freak is tuning in as Joel crosses the line. He goes second! Front row start for Jolyon and Manu in the Force India. But where is QPR Beasts? Where is he?
It's not a good lap, I'm afraid.
15.
Horrendous.
How does that feel? You're 15th at the moment.
Demoralising, in one word. Really demoralising. To see I'm the slowest out of anyone who's set a lap is by 8/10 is, yeah, it's not great, I must admit, but you know, the race is a different scenario. Maybe the setup's more race worthy.
Maybe. And will Joe Finn qualify? He crosses the line, goes 16th on a 41.0. And Human Fish has asked, will Joe Finn go long today? Well, that could damn well be a possibility. And Big C in 7th, I believe. is nurturing his car back into the pit lane there to rescue his tyres in the Haas. So
Yeah.
and who? Ash Best has put it on the front row in the Toro Rosso. Where did that come from? We forgot about Ash. Front row. Wow. And
Oh, poor Jolly and Manu. He's taken.
yeah, that is incredible.
Tell you what though, to not be the slowest, I'll take it. You know.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough race. So it's Frizzer Stoke on pole. I don't even know what car everybody's in today. We'll see when the qualifying classifications come up, so you can get an understanding of who's in what car. But QPR Beast, it is one hell of.
Do you want me to stay in there for the race?
You could do. I mean, you can always listen
May as
and
well.
give your views.
Oh, may as well, mate.
Yeah, I don't know.
I see an instant up ahead. So I can give you an instant steward's review of that. Not that I'm in any way a credible source, but
No, I mean, it's always good to get another eye in.
Exactly. Full eyes on it.
So, it's Frizzer Stoke on pole for Scuderia Ferrari by over 7 tenths. That is a massive gap. Ash Best on the front row in the Toro Rosso. Jolie Anamani, great third place. Chicken Owens 4th. Dano 5th. Grumpy in 6th. The experienced Grumpy, shall I add. 7th, CC Brain. 8th, Big C. Wacko 9th. Flying Frame 10th. And it's Oogie, AMS, Warren Hay, Cloudy Balloons. Our co-commentator today, QPR Beast, 15th. Joe 16th. Jack Tyler 17th. And JP Greenwood crashing out from the session early in 18th. So, got that in. And that, just describe, how do you feel emotionally at this moment in time? The lights are about to go out. Surely the nerves must be settling in here at this very moment in time.
Slowly. With the fingers on the triggers, it'll be, shaking about. So, I might jump start. I'll try not to, but you never know what happens. But yeah, it's just anticipation at this stage.
No, it is. And, what sort of tyre strategy will you be going with? What's going through your mind at the moment? Will you be thinking about traffic? Will you be thinking about attacking? Or will you just be playing the long game?
Yeah, exactly. Today, I think after yesterday, shows that the hards aren't a good starting tyre, so I'll be on the softs. I'll be playing the long game. Nothing too crazy, I hope. Hopefully I won't be too distracted by the commentary, but yeah, we'll see. Should be.
Alright, well, we're going to be underway in the basking sunshine at Catalunya. It's go, 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 and it's Frizzo Stoke who gets away well. Ash Best gets away alright. There's Renault flying in the background. There's a Williams on the grass. And, oh dear, something could happen down in that midfield. But a Ferrari gets away well of Frizzo Stoke, and we're just going to look at the bottom end of the field here. Mr. Grumpy has moved up into 4th, and wow,
I tell you what.
Oh, there's a Ferrari
Yeah,
off.
something has happened in the midfield, mate. Oh, a lot's happened.
Yeah, oh, the Renault of Wacko's out. I don't know who that Ferrari is. It's Dano. And Wacko has gone out. Duo Finn involved in a tangle as well. And what a start for QPR Beast up into 10th place.
Yeah, involved in a tangle though. So I've got front wing damage. Warren Hager slammed it on the entry turn 3. Not his fault though. He had to instant ahead. But for a tough one there.
A tough
Good
one.
gain of track position though.
Wow, that is brilliant to hear you say that, and we're just right on board with you. A lot of understeer.
Yeah, there is.
But
I think we'll be pitting this lap.
no, I don't know if you should. Oh, there's a car down the inside.
Whoa!
Cloudy balloon.
Hello, who are you?
Sorry, who was that?
I've got an illegal overtake on someone. What's going on?
Oh,
we've
my
all had to let Warren.
What's going on?
What is going on, mate?
There's a Mercedes off in the background. I think somebody's missing a wheel. Oh my goodness me. You'll never see a race start like this in your life, guys. Duo Finn and Jack Tyler absolutely scrapping it out there. Basically inside each other as QPR Beast goes in and Jack Tyler is out. Jack Tyler out of the race, nice and early. And QPR Beast, Wacko and Flying Frame all in the pit.
Oh,
so
this is a real shame.
I don't know what happened there, but there's a car down your inside. I don't know who it was. Who was it? Was it?
I think it was Warren Hay because we all got illegal overtakes on him and slowed down.
It must have been Warren Hay because it was a Haas and he's up into 11th and it looks like he's got away with that. So What an incredible start. And Flying Foam is out. Flying Foam is out. Disappointment for him. And Wako rejoining in 16th. What a disastrous start for him. But we're going to go back to the midfield here. Uyuzim and AMS, they're still battling over 9th and 10th. And Uyu doesn't go for an overtake against his fellow admin. Sorry for changing the camera angle too many times. I can't find an angle that I like. But wow, what an incredible start to the race.
Crazy, that. Crazy.
And just describe emotionally, how do you feel after making a pit stop like that so early and being involved in such a tangle with a car coming down the inside out of nowhere? That must have been quite shocking. I mean, we heard your reaction.
As with a lot today, quite demoralising. Oh man. Oh, I'm out.
Oh, what's happened there? QPR Beast is out.
Oh,
The
no.
co-commentator is out of the race. He couldn't give us insight into tyre wear and tyre management. He's out on lap 3 or lap 2. And AMS and Ugi, they're battling, and there's a Force India getting involved in the action. Wow.
Yeah.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
And you have been voted as the driver of the day onto the podium. So, and Josh Gaines, so they're very happy with your performance. But AMS and Oogie, they're battling hammer and tongs there. And yeah, look at that. AMS goes wide. Oh, Oogie Azim loses an end plate and all that, your teammate.
Oh.
And look at that, the Force India making an overtake of Cloudy Balloons. Opportunistic.
AMS isn't going to take this though. He's an aggressive driver. He's probably going to send it right back down the inside, is he? No, not quite.
Yeah, Oogie Azim, another race ruined, wing damage. Horrendous showing again. Just can't get do anything right with a wheel, can he?
He's not really getting a break right now. He's not getting a break in any league, and it's a shame to see.
You make your own break, but this man breaks his own wing.
Potentially. Yeah.
We've ignored the battles up front because obviously this is interesting because AMS has actually started on the hard tyre, so that is why Oogie had such a pace differential on the Toro Rosso driver. The battle for 9th. I think CC Brain and Mr. Grumpy are going to be getting quite close for company. Grumpy doing a fine job in the Red Bull, holding up CC Brain, and 7-time F1 champion Big C. But Lily commentating while driving.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, it was difficult, I tell you that, but interesting experience to say the least.
I don't want to force you to stay if your head's turned and there's other things that you might.
Well, I can't leave the session because there'll be some slipstream glitch, so I'm not going to do that. So you know, I'll be here. I have to stay.
Well, take us through this little scrap here between Grumpy, CC Brain, Big C, and Chicken Owns here. All
exactly.
close company.
We've got a couple of very experienced drivers and a couple of younger ones. You know, they're kind of in a sandwich right now. You've got a fast car at the front, fast car at the back. It's just going to close up. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. Obviously, Brain is going to struggle to get past Grumpy, so he's going to be backed up in the Big C. He's got a better engine in the car, so yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, and just to say, Red Bull have got a special guest here this weekend in Bobby Zamora. You know, he's giving us a wave in the TV cameras. You know him very well. You know, he must be quite thrilled with how Grumpy's getting on at this early stage of the race.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very agricultural player, is Bobby Zamora. So to see this much grass being kicked up by all the incidents, you know, he's going to be loving the greenery on show. Suits the agricultural style, so he's really going to be enjoying this race so far.
Yeah, and we've just had a message from Warren Haig. The Force India moved in the braking zone. What an idiot! While Haig pits at this stage of the race, so exciting stuff there. Oogie still stuck behind AMS. But
Chicken Holmes has gone off. He's gone off. He's got gravel on the tyres. See, like a white rim on the inside of the tyre. That is gravel. It looks to be struggling.
Yeah, that's very shaky indeed. Look at that. He's trying to weave to get that dust off his tyres, but it's giving him no joy as Frizzo Salt sets another fastest lap time. And CC Brain is close to Grumpy. Grumpy's got to go defensive. But he...
Oh.
Oh.
Hello.
A missed gear shift. for CC Brain? Is there a broken gearbox in that?
ERS deployment has failed, I think. Oh my god.
Perhaps.
Very peculiar.
Yeah, and I wonder if Big C fancies a little bite in the house. Currently in 6th. You know Big C very well. You destroyed his race yesterday. You know, not physically destroyed, but you know, you were in the way. And you know, what will he be hoping for? Will he be quite fearsome as he goes into the next couple of corners? Will he be having flashbacks of what happened yesterday?
I think he will. I think a bit of PTSD perhaps is going to strike him right now. He's going to see, he's going to have seen me in the wall in this race, so he's going to probably be laughing quite a lot right now, and that's probably going to off-put him. He's probably going to bin it. I'd say around lap 13. That is my guess. But
yeah, no, fair enough. I agree with you. Well, it's a very hard track for overtaking. Obviously, we've lost 3 drivers already. We've lost QPR Beast, we've lost Flying Frame, and we've lost Jack Tyler. So, it's a disappointment. But JP Greenwood's up into 11th, so he could be on for a good result here today. Only 1 place shy of some points. Knowing that the cars behind him have probably got to make 1 more pit stop.
Yeah. No. And looking at the action, it's still really close between 4th, 5th and 6th. We've also got a little battle for 9th with Oogie. I can't believe how he's staying with AMS in that McLaren. It's an incredible job with wing damage. We can see visibly through turn 3 how much he was losing, really struggling with that wing damage.
Yeah, it just doesn't look very pleasant, does it? Look at that shit template, and he's just losing downforce every second.
Yeah, the turning vanes on the wing and stuff have gone, so it's not gonna be good.
Yeah, but you know, you've heard about the legend of Mr. Grumpy, one of the most experienced drivers on the site. What will he be thinking at this moment in time? He's in 4th, 2 seconds away from Jolly Anamanu, who's running in a great podium position. Can Mr. Grumpy...
He's probably good. Sorry.
Can he keep it out there much longer?
I'm sure he can. When you're the most experienced driver on the grid, you have that force field around you. That means people just can't overtake. They have so much respect. So he's going to be using all his experience, conjuring up ways to get this podium. Or as he runs wide, you can see the tyres are going on him, but he's not going to let Brain hold it around the outside. Experienced drivers don't just let people do this. He'll send it back up the inside at turn 4, surely. Yes, he does. That is the experience on show. He's unrelentless pressure.
Yeah, phenomenal there. Phenomenal battling. And look at that, Mr. Grumpy really taking a wide line, really wrenching that Red Bull through the corner as he conjures up the marbles. What goes out?
Flashbacks to yesterday here. The understeer. Mr. Grumpy's going to be under pressure here. Brain dives to the inside. He's going to look for the narrow line up the inside. He locks up. Just gets it turned in onto the apex. This is brilliant clean racing. The fact he Brain managed to get that slowed down. Contact and Big C's up the inside.
Yeah, I think Big C might be looking stronger into the braking zone there. And yes, phenomenal. What an overtake. The 7-time champion, opportunistic there. He saw that they were battling and he made that move stick. And now he'll be looking to battle Grumpy. And Big C and Grumpy, you know, they get on these days. But back when Big C first joined the site, you know, him and Mr. Grumpy, I don't know if they got on as they do now. So I wonder if any of those past relations will come into force here.
Yeah, I know. Big C's a very polarising figure, so maybe Mr. Grumpy still doesn't like him. You never know, it could be shown out on track with on-track consequences. We'll have to see.
And Chicken owns the sister Red Bulls joining the back of this train behind Mr. Grumpy. It's all helping Joel at the moment, but
yeah,
it's good to see someone like Mr. Grumpy fighting his ground now. He's got the dust off his tyres and now he's looking a lot more relaxed this lap. So Ugi Azim's made a pit stop as well onto the hards, and that moves JP Greenwood into the final points. Dano, Duo Finn and Warren Hayde all having a little scrap down there, but we'll stay with this battle for the time being. Oh, Big C's pitted.
Wow.
So they're both looking to undercut Grumpy then. So it'll be interesting to see where they feed back out. We're just going to get a Dano on board here attacking Ugi Azim, who's just come out of the pits on the hard. So I just wonder what Dano might do here. He does he? No, he has a look. Decides against it. Joel gets a 3-second time penalty as to be expected. That Big C here, he wants to come out ahead of JP Greenwood, who's also coming to the pits. So following the strategies of some of those come up the road, but I think Ugi Azim's going to stay in front. But can Dano get the move done here? Do you think he's going to have straight line speed on the McLaren Honda?
To be honest, you never know. He's a very opportunistic driver. The dive bomb on me at Silverstone was opportunistic and fair. And he's easily going to do it. That straight line speed, Ugi just getting no deployment. But does he send it back up the inside? He does a bit. He puts the nose in. Oh, he's been scared off a little bit there. He had to back out and we lost the rear end on exit.
Yeah, it's good overtake there. And look at this Duo Finn versus Warren Hayde. It's all kicking off down at the bottom end of the field. Look at this. Will Duo go for it? He does. Oh, a lot of respect.
That is a groove. Oh.
Take us through this.
Yeah, I mean, you see two, aggressive drivers here. Well, Warren Hayde probably a bit more aggressive, but obviously in a kind of mismatched car. And Duo Finn just looks quicker. As simple as that. Warren Hayde is struggling.
Yeah,
I'm going to go on board with Duo. Sorry,
I mean, there's a flurry of activity down the pit lane. We'll stay on board with this at the moment, but I'm just going to switch to Grumpy here and see where he comes out. I think Joel could be under threat. No, he isn't. Grumpy here. Can he come out ahead of Big C, who's coming down the straight? Look at this. Big C and Grumpy. It's going to be tight into the braking zone. Grumpy's got to brake late. Grumpy's got to brake late and force Big C off. Big C going around the outside. And oh, yes. Look at that Grumpy making the move there. But look at that. This is going to be exciting. Look at that. Grumpy goes off the power slightly. And we'll see Brain fancy an opportunity. Yep. This doesn't look great. But Grumpy should have the better tyre grip here to just force Big C off wide. He's got to cover the inside as Grumps. He's got to cover the inside. Big C's going to go up the inside here. No, he can't. That's too much respect for Mr. Grumpy's tyre grip. And CC Brain thought he could get a move done. So not quite at this moment, eh?
No, a lot going on. And these guys are all quite well matched. But Grumpy on the mediums, is he going to one stop? I'm not sure he can.
No.
I think he's pit a little too early, to be honest with you. So.
Yeah, I think the strategy's wrong as Big C defends there.
Going around the outside. Oh, that's aggressive, squeezing him off.
Yeah, and while all these three were scrapping, will Chicken Owens come out in front of these three?
I think he will actually. He's done a couple of good out because they've been battling. Grumpy's been missing quite a lot of apexes, all due respect. I think if Chicken's been doing a good enough lap, a good enough job, he's just going to come out in front. He's going to do it, isn't he? I think he's got him.
Yeah, we're just looking here on Mr. Grumpy's screen. Ooh. Grumpy's gone around the outside, and Chicken leads into space.
What a move! Well, that's incredible from Grumpy.
Back to his best.
Yeah.
Form is temporary, really class is permanent, and will Big C be defining that statement as he goes for an overtake down the inside of Chicken Owens there? CC Brain might be having a look. Will all three of them make it out of this corner? CC Brain does, but Chicken Owens.
Big C's gone deep. CC Brain with the switchback. He's quite a timid driver, Brain. Is he going to back out of this one? You wouldn't be surprised to see it. No.
Big C's got to get the power down. Can he get the power
we're getting flashbacks to yesterday. Do not do it. Do not do it.
Big C's got to go for it here. Otherwise, he's going to spend a long time behind CC. Is he going to go for the late breaker? No, he doesn't. So what an overtake from CC. Getting one back on Big C. Big C will be fuming to lose that position. AMS is still out there on the harder tyres. At the moment, Chicken Owens obviously dropping further back. Struggling there on the new tyres. I know Joe Finn.
Giuliani Manu's got some serious straight line speed, sorry. Just to butt in, I think he's going to make an overtake right here. Oh, he just has to weave in the straight line to get back on the outside, but you can. Oh.
Wow, that was close, wasn't it? He's going to have to stay behind for another lap now. We'll stay on board with Joel actually. We don't usually give him too much coverage for a man of his experience, and you've raced this man for a while. What are your thoughts on Joel?
Well, he's a genuinely nice character. He doesn't say bad words about anyone, and he's a good racer as well. He's the first teammate I had in the F1 league. He's a good attacker. He's a solid defender as well. He's got solid pace, and you know he delivers the results from time to time in the F1 league. And he's just a good all-round driver, really.
And that was a solid overtake, wasn't it?
It was. It was brilliant.
So we're not expecting too much action, but I want to see Joe Finn versus Hay because this looks quite intense, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're still going at it. They've been going at it for a long time now. I mean, how long are they planning to be battling for? I don't know.
Yeah, and JP Greenwood made the pit stop. He came out 2 seconds behind, and now he's 11 seconds behind them. So on the fresher tyres, I don't know what's happened there for JP. You know, we send him his well wishes, and you know, we're pleased to see that Jack Tyler has you know, repaired his wrist as well. So that's good news as well.
Maybe they'll get better soon.
Oh, Ash Best and Cloudy Balloons.
Oh, really? Wow. Yeah, we've got a big pace mismatch here, I think. Oh, wow.
Can literally reach out and touch him.
Yeah, exactly. So a grappling hook onto the rear diffuser. He's trying to go around the outside. Ooh.
Yeah, I think it's better of it as Ash Best. I mean, he did have a moment here yesterday which was plastered all over, you know, the group chats and the PlayStation GL site. You know, it was quite a shock to see Ash Best involved in such an incident like that. But he's coming back strongly here. Is Ash Best in the Scuderia Tarossa? Can he get the power down? It's 1v1 against Cloudy Balloons down the straight in the basking sunshine heat at Catalunya. He's going down the inside. Can he make the move stick? Can he? Yes, he can. What an overtake. What an overtake. But Cloudy Balloons is coming back at him. And Ash uses the wide line to his advantage, and he's got the tyre grip to pull away. And that is one hell of an overtake there, making a mockery of Cloudy Balloons. And Ash Best, the fastest driver on the PSGL site, the hottest property, making that move.
Yeah, he definitely is right now. He's come off the back of a run of around 7 consecutive wins in the F1 League, but he's had a rocky run of form. He's in quite a bad place mentally, but hopefully he gets a brilliant result here to turn that around.
Yeah, and I think I owe him a good podium interview, so I hope he does make it on the podium after storming out on me yesterday. But
yeah, I'm not sure he'll want to.
I'm sure he will. He will. We've made amends, and you know, Ash Best, you know, nothing phases him. He might be involved in a tangle or two. That's not his fault, but he will come back stronger next time out, and he often does. And this is one hell of a showing in the Tarossa to be running in second. So he's had a McLaren for most of the season, so it's good to see Ash Best back on the right track, as Big C is still tucked up behind.
Giuliani Manu on Cloudy Balloons for P3. Very easy.
Yeah, team orders there. So will Joel be hunting down Ash Best? I mean, he beat him yesterday, finished 9th. Ash Best finished 10th. Yeah. So I mean,
surely
results
not
don't lie.
Doing it right. Although Ash has got to make another stop because he's on the softs and he is not going to be taking those tyres to the end. Whereas Giuliani Manu is genuinely on.
Oh, sorry, I've got to correct you there. I think it's showing the wrong tyres. He's on the hards. So if you look into detail on their tyre. Oh, yes. What's happened there? Hayes pitted, so backs out of that battle with Joe Finn.
Oh.
And it'll be interesting to see when he emerges, Warren Hay, because I think him and JP Greenwood could be involved in a tussle later on this race as well. So that'll be good to see.
Definitely.
And what does this Spain circuit mean to you as we ride on board here with Big C?
It means a place that's been painful to me for many seasons, and a painful track to drive for me, really. Literally and figuratively, you know, the risks here on the pad. It feels like you've got an RSI to your wrists, and yeah, it's not fun, in my opinion. But I can see why people like it. It's a very historic track, and one that features often on the calendar.
Yeah, oh, Mr. Grumpy and Cloudy Balloons. They're having a little tussle as well. So it was good to hear your sentiments there about this circuit. And Big C! Big C! What's happened there?
Yeah, he's just let him through, judging by that. He lifted off halfway down the straight, kind of CC Brain-esque against Mr. Grumpy, and just let him through. So.
And do you think Big C's probably thinking, Chicken, you're faster, I can't overtake CC Brain. You try and overtake him, and I'll see if I can pick up any scraps at this moment in time. So Big C just try and play a tactical game there. So that's interesting. We don't
100%.
We don't usually see that. I wouldn't let Chicken Owens through, but maybe Big C probably feels.
No.
You know what? I'll stay at the back of this and just get a finish. He desperately needs one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him after yesterday. You see what happens when you're battling faster cars and stuff. It doesn't end well. So I think he was trying to avoid a repeat of yesterday. So fair enough.
Yeah, and Remco has said no laughing in the commentary. It's immature, but Remco Vengeance, one of the most excited commentators on earth.
Yeah.
It's good to have him
giggling all the way through.
That's why we love Remco. Cloudy Balloons, 5-second time penalty, speeds in the pit lane. You know this Force India team well, Louis. Can he get the pit stop done in time?
Oh, I'm not sure whether VJ's poured enough money into the team. It's looking a bit marginal. I think the bank accounts, there's not been enough fraudulent activity. The bank account's running a bit dry, so...
Dano's going to come out right behind. Look at that. Dano wants to slipstream. Oh, yes. This could get tasty. He's trying to move around the outside. Cloudy Balloon says, no way. No way. But Dano trying to stick it around the outsides on the mediums. Will Cloudy run him out? Thinking the stream hasn't caught it. The stream has caught it. And look at that. Aggressive. Harsh but fair. Or do you think drivers are just a lot more aggressive these days? Because I know Mr. Grumpy would have left a bit of space out there and Big C picked up the penalty.
I think it's fair enough, really. I didn't catch a hold of it, but it looks fine. But yeah, the drivers are a bit more aggressive these days, obviously myself included. You've just got to do it to survive when there are such quick drivers around, you know? You've got to do it to get the results.
Exactly, and you just wonder here, Mr. Grumpy's got a pit stop to make. AMS as well, so we missed that. I think Mr. Grumpy had passed AMS as CC Brain. Oh my god, I pressed the wrong button. Oh, sorry. No, we're back. CC Brain now approaching the back of AMS, so a bit of a problem there. And what Josh Roberts has said in the chat is that it's not fair. The younger generation have no manners on track. And will CC Brain and AMS rekindle some manners here? Both are very fair drivers. They've got good reputations on the PSGL site, known for being good, clean racers.
Yeah, they are. They're two guys you do want to come up against in the F1 league. AMS is a brilliant defender. Brain is clean, but not too aggressive, so that's fair enough. Yeah, this is going to be a feisty one, I think. Oh. Bit of oversteer from AMS.
Yeah, AMS defending the inside. He's looking to spoil CC's afternoon here, or evening, defends that position. And whilst that is happening, that has allowed Chicken Owens and Big C to close up into the action as well. So AMS, very defensive drive so far. Will CC have the power in the Renault engine to make a move down the straight here?
Well, you know, they're both Renault, they've both got similar chassis, so they'll be running similar levels of downforce. Similar drag then. I think he has the measure of him really, as long as he doesn't lift off again like he did against Mr. Grumpy. But he doesn't, and yeah, it's easy. And look behind. Big C's making the move on Chicken Owns.
Yeah.
Into the braking zone, really late on the brakes, but Chicken Owns, wonderful defending, that's incredible.
Big C tries to take the wider line here. Can he get the cut back? I don't think he can, and that AMS will have his mirrors full of Sea Chicken Owns. And you know what? I think Dano and Cloudy collided because Dano's got damage. Dano's picked up damage and all that.
Oh no.
And Duofin's in. Duofin's in.
Oh, JP Greenwood is gonna. No way. He's going to be elevated into a points paying position.
Yeah, let's just watch this for the moment as JP Greenwood gets in front of 3 cars. He's got another pit stop to make, but wow, he's up into the final scoring points. And look at that, the order, has it changed? No, Duofin still comes out behind the 2 drivers in front, but he's a lot closer, so this battle could heat up towards the end as well. Joe electing for the soft, so he'll have a better grip as the battle for the final point emerges. So it's going to be a heated one as Chicken Owns is on the back of AMS here with Big C right up his gearbox.
Wow. Yeah. We're seeing AMS pit now and Big C is on the back of Chicken Owns, but it's going to be difficult as Chicken Owns won't be running much downforce. Big C's really wrenching it in a straight line. Oh, wrenches it to the inside, but he didn't quite do it. It's close though, but then he gets just a waft of dirty air as he runs through turn 3. The downforce on that house really isn't coming into good use.
Yeah, no, totally agree with you there. Dano and Cloudy Balloons is a very personal battle. Obviously, Dano's had to make a pit stop. He must have tangled with Cloudy. So I wonder if this could get really, really personal and heated down the straight. Forget the other battles for a second. This one looks like this could be incredibly personal. Look at that, Cloudy Balloons gets away well, goes straight to the inside. He's defending for his life. You know, he did have a race ban not so long ago, trying to break the toe there. Look at him. Look at him.
Ooh,
what will Dano be thinking?
I just saw. Tell you what, I wouldn't be happy if I was in Dano's shoes. Someone weaving like that in a straight line, it's not good. But Dano's going to get a brilliant run compared to Cloudy through it. Oh wow! He just cuts off the inside line. Oh!
What an overtake! Push him off! Push him off! Oh yes!
Come on!
My goodness!
Oh!
What on earth was that? That is disgusting driving from Cloudy Balloons, fresh off a race ban. He loses a position and then slaps it down the inside like that, the next corner.
Oh no, here we go again. Oh, the wings come flying off. Oh no. Oh, this isn't good.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness me. Cloudy Balloons is out. Dano's out. He's done his job for the day. Cloudy Balloons will continue as Frizzo Stolker's lapped him and JP Greenwood comes into the pit lane. Let's have a look at this. Pit stop here for the Mercedes team. Toto Wolff looks on with amusement. But wow. Cloudy Balloons will surely be in as well. Oh, he's parked on the side of the track.
I can't believe what I've just seen. Yeah, Cloudy Balloons tried to take out Dano's retired ghosting car. Oh no, this is, mate, just please retire it now. This is how you get a race ban. Come on, save yourself. Don't do this. Oh god.
That move was just, I don't know where that came from, but that was disgusting. I mean, back in the day, you know, if you're fighting down 11th and 12th, you wouldn't have streamers and you'd get away with moves like that. But nowadays, everybody records, the eye is always on you, and Cloudy Balloon makes a shameful pit stop here for the Sahara Force India team. Amusement for Vijay Mallya, and the pit stop is a little bit stalled here. Can they get the car released? Hoping to cling on for any chance of points. The clutch is stuck. The clutch is stuck, but he gets away. There's Cloudy Balloons, and the Force India team are jubilant as Cloudy Balloons makes his way out of the pit lane. And he's lost his wing as well. What are we looking at? What are we looking at? If I was he's lost his wheel. I haven't seen the car. lose a wheel like that. Louis, what happened there?
I mean, he's just taking it out on the underfunded, cash-strapped VJ Malliot squad. I mean, he's just disrespected them. It means that they're running low on front wings now. The cash-strapping merchant that is Cloudy Balloons, you know. And everyone's almost driving into him on the straight. They're having to weave round. He's not even ghosting. It's horrendous.
It is.
Oh, he's finally ghosting now.
It's finally ghosting. So Big C there must be thinking, what on earth's gone on? Wow. And that forced India, disappointing way to end the race for them. But Chicken Owens is putting CC Brain under pressure, so we're back to the race after seeing a moment of comicalness. I mean, that could go down in FP history.
Definitely. It's down in folklore, that moment. That was brilliant. But yeah, we've got to move on to that battle in the top 5 for the final top 5th position. Yeah, it's hotting up. Big C's decision to let Chicken Owens through has kind of been vindicated. He's hung on to the back, but now he needs to make that overtake and haul himself past Brain.
Yeah, Big C picking up penalty after penalty, and Warren Haig's making a pit stop, so will that mean Geofin will move up into the final point here?
Oh, no way. He does.
Let's have a look at another pit stop.
Fastest lap. Geofin set fast. Wow.
Unbelievable. Let's have a look at this pit stop from the Haas team. Warren Haig here. He's a high up there in the championship as it stands. Was the championship leader at one stage, may still be. I haven't seen the standings, but that doesn't matter because Warren Haig is finally emerging out of the pit lane, a lap down as he sees Ash Best go past him.
Cross-threaded wheel nuts, I'm afraid.
Yeah, JP Greenwood in the pits. Let's look at another car through the pits. I'm pretty sure he's already been in. Oh my goodness.
He's DNF'd.
He's DNF'd. It'll be good to get a word from JP Greenwood. So we'll ride on board the Chicken Owens for the moment, but I'll see if I can invite him into the party. Should I quickly invite him in? No, I don't know. Don't know what to do. If you suggest him, that'll be easier.
Okay. That's why I have him on my friends list, if I'm honest.
Right, just type in JPG. He comes up in the search list.
Oh, we'll have him anyway. Brilliant.
Lovely, so we'll invite him in, but Chicken Owens on the back of CC Brain. Red Bull just cannot make a move, and CC Brain Grumpy running well in 4th, but I don't know if his tyres are going to last at this moment in time. And we're just going to get a little sneak peek here from JP Greenwood should he join the baton. We're back to the action. Apologies for that. So Chicken Owens still behind CC Brain at this moment in time. Grumpy is in. Grumpy's in. We're not going to look at another pit stop because I think Chicken is pretty close to maybe launch an attack on CC Brain. We will get a word from JP Greenwood in just a moment. See what happens after this battle. CC goes defensive. What will Chicken do? He tries to break around the outside. He cannot get the move done. Louis, what's going to happen here?
I think there's going to be an oversteer moment for someone. I think someone's going to end up in the wall, I reckon. Big C running it wide out on the AstroTurf just there. Well, he might have a bit of an Ash Best-esque oversteer from yesterday. Not quite though. Keep it clean.
Yeah, it's lovely to see. And Mr. Grumpy emerges back out in 7th from the fresh set of softs. So, probably getting an eye in for strategy as to what way to go in the F4 league, on Sunday. And whilst this is going on, we'll see if Big C makes a move here. He doesn't. He might do. Chicken goes really defensive, and Big C, he cannot wrangle his way through. And we're just going to get a word here from JP Greenwood. It seems like every time we get a word from you during the race, mate, there's a battle going on. But you made countless pit stops. You're up into the top 10 for one moment. You had a moment in qualifying as well. Just sum up your race so far.
Yeah, I wasn't really expecting anything tonight anyway. I don't really like the track. However, it was looking pretty good when I started because I got up to about P11 in the first stint. because obviously a lot of people were having accidents in front of me. So yeah, I was optimistic at that point, but second stint wasn't too good. I just kept on making small mistakes, and that left me vulnerable to people behind me really. And once I made my second pit stop, I was like getting lapped by people and just had no chance of recovering really. So I just called it a day. And the qualifying, I didn't really know what happened in the qualifying. I was doing a warm-up lap, and I must have just pushed the throttle too hard, and I just like lost the back end and into the wall.
Unlucky.
Yeah, very, very unlucky. And Louis, I know you was also there at the start of the race. JP was just behind you, and JP, if you didn't know, QPR Beast was commentating while driving and qualifying until his DNF on the third lap. So
that's good effort.
And did you see anything, JP, when a Force India cut the chicane and went into the side of a Red Bull? Obviously, we saw a few cars tangle, including your teammate Geofin, Jack Tyler. There was a lot going on there at the back, and you made your way up into 11th.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I can't really blame anyone because it was just like it was a bit of a melee. But yeah, people were just losing it, and then obviously because of that, people just crashing into each other. Like Throne was involved, Jack Tyler, Duo. Dino, I think, was there as well, and it was just melee. I was just trying to pick the bones out of it really and just make my way through it, and did a pretty solid job. I did come up, I had damage, but because I did hit somebody, but when I looked at it, it was still green. The winds were still green, so lucky I was able to carry on.
Yeah, and we're just going to get a little comment here in the chat from somebody called Mr. Anthony Bilb. He has said that that Dano is not a very pleasant driver. He takes him at turn 1 and then he dives me again at turn 3 a few laps later, and then he spins me at the 180-degree corner. Twittish fool,
I think
what was said.
That is clouded balloons, I believe. I'm guessing from that.
It is, definitely.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible. So we did see that moment earlier on. Obviously, it's very hot here in the UK, so the heat getting to a few people's heads as the heat gets to Chicken Owens, as well as he tries to cool his engine down on the straight. Louis, do you have any questions for the lovely JP Greenwood while we have him here with 4 laps to go?
I was going to ask, why weren't you qualifying on the hards? I was shocked. You weren't qualifying on the hardest compounds.
It doesn't give you an option. It doesn't give you an option. I would give you soft or medium.
If you selected harder tire allocation, though. Oh well, it's fine. It was a shame not to see that. It would have been interesting to see what lap times you were delivering.
I don't have to do that.
Honestly,
okay. Otherwise, it would have done it.
Oh well. But yeah, have you got any points yet in the championship? I was just wondering. I'm genuinely wondering.
No, unfortunately not. But it did take me to round 7 last season to score my first point, so still got one race to go.
Which race are you targeting?
I like China. That Mercedes should be decent there with a big long straight there. And that's when my first point was in Baku last year. Same sort of, well. Long straights, isn't it? So obviously Mercedes power is gonna come to it in its own. But yeah, I think I should have scored points at Brazil, but I was just frustrated my race. I just called it a day. But if I carried on, I would have come at P8, I think. But yeah, never mind.
Do you reckon Singapore was quite a good shout then? Because I reckon there could be quite a lot of retirements. Especially me if I'm doing the commentating. Driving job again. Do you reckon you can get some points there? Because obviously it'll be a high attrition rate.
I tell you what, I mean, I have been a couple of times when I've had incidents. I mean, generally, my driving in terms of keeping it on the track has been okay. So if people do have their own incidents, I can benefit from that.
Nice. Well, good luck. Good luck for getting some points this season anyway.
Yeah, thanks. I obviously can't hear you because I'm not watching the stream, but great to hear you back on the comms.
Thank you. Yeah. commentary and driving today, which was an interesting experience. But yeah. Anyway, Aaron, do you want to start? Do you want to start commentating over this Big C chicken?
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's looking really, really close, really tight, and lovely to get the words from JP Greenwood just there, who's, you know, obviously gutted with his retirement, but he made it as far enough into the race as possible, and we're well rooting for him to get any points, or get some points. But Chicken Owns versus CT Brain, it's not going to go anywhere. Just, you know, I hate the fact that these three are battling, because I really wanted to get a lap on board with the experienced Mr. Grumpy, but that would be, you know, a sin, you know, considering there's drivers battling out on the track. But, you know, let me get a little snippet. I want to have a little look. Oh, there he is, Mr. Grumpy, one of the most experienced drivers on the yellow tyres. He was 18 seconds behind these guys after making a pit stop, and that is only 8 seconds behind. So a great drive from Mr. Grumpy. You know, he's finding his feet, he's finding his pace, and you know, he's done a terrific job here as he decorates his experience around the racetrack. And we'll go back on board with Chicken Owns here. Oogie Azim, let's have a little word about him. Louis, a broken man, isn't he? Horrendous drive. Horrendous.
I mean, yeah, a broken man with many broken wings, it seems, but you know, you've got to feel sorry for him. He's in a rough patch at the moment. It's not actually an awful result, seeing as he's in the McLaren, but he is only 2 places in front of last, and it won't really help the confidence much, apart from the fact he's beaten his teammate. He's humiliated his teammate in the McLaren, so yeah.
He has, but to be fair, you know, for a man who's, you know, if his teammate's a man who finished 4th in a 3-horse race, then obviously, you know, it's not much of an achievement.
It's not difficult.
It's not difficult. But Big C has actually got a 6-second time penalty, I believe, in terms of the penalties he's picked up. I think Grumpy might have picked one up as well, so I wonder if there will be a change in order there for Big C and Grumpy, who are 2 of the most veteran drivers currently on the grid. In fact, as is Joe Finn and Warren Hay, they're also Joe Finn and Grumpy are actually probably the most oldest veterans on the grid at the moment, been racing in PSGL for a long time. And then Haig and Big C, obviously, you know, the last of a dying breed of driver.
Yeah, they are. You're seeing the experience of Duo right now, just wrenching the car through the chicanes, twisting the steering crank arm shaft through 180 degrees through the right hander. It's beautiful stuff.
It is beautiful, and you know what else is beautiful? That the drivers are on to their final lap, and you know what? We love this man, Frizzo Stolk. We absolutely love him, don't we, JP Greenwood? One of the best drivers you'll ever come across on the PSGL site. You know, an honest man, you know, a top lad, you know, one of the nicest people on the PSGL site, well respected, known for bottling a race win on the finishing line. Hopefully he won't do anything similar here today in the Scuderia Ferrari. It's been his limelight here in the basking sunlight of Catalunya as the heat slams down on the prancing horse. There's one more sector to go. What can Frizzo Stolk do? Will he win? Will he, Louis? Will he win? One more sector to go.
I really hope he does, but he might catch a bit of oversteer on the inside curve here.
No, he doesn't.
I wouldn't weave. I wouldn't. And
Frizzo Stolk wins at Spain. Ash Best, a phenomenal drive to pick up 2nd place. But where is he? Where is he? The experienced Jolyon Emanu for Force India. They've seen cloudy balloons in the walls, but Jolyon Emanu rescues a podium. A phenomenal drive from one of the true veterans on the PSGL site. CC Brain comes home in front of Chicken Owns and Big C. And I think that's where they're going to finish. Grumpy only 4.7 seconds behind. Will he get in front of Big C? No, 1.7 seconds short. So Grumpy also had a penalty. And AMS will pick up an 8th place. So an alright drive there. Not the greatest. And let's get a look here at Oogie Azim. Louis, take us to the line with this man here. obviously
I
your
mean, you can
teammate.
just see the way. Oh, he goes over the grass there, and it's lagging quite a lot. But you can just see even the Wi-Fi is broken. The ping is broken. Everything about it's broken.
But look at that, the fist in the air. They're happy with ninth.
Yeah.
But Joe Finn,
Yeah.
he scored points last time out in Silverstone, was one of the drivers of the day. But he's coming around the final bend. Joe Finn is going to pick up the final point, scoring points here. And what a finishing position for that man. Fantastic drive.
Yeah.
Amazing, incredible. 10th place, another point for Mercedes. And JP Greenwood, mate, he must be fuming to see Joe get the final point there.
Yeah, it is a bit frustrating because, like last season, I think I was just as quick as him, if not quicker in some tracks. But he's upped his game this season, and he's absolutely annihilating me. So yeah, it's a bit embarrassing.
And look at that, Frizzo Stolt, absolutely, he's delighted on the podium. And look at that, he slams the trophy in the air alongside Ash Best and Jolyon Manu. It's a well-cultured podium here. Three of the greatest teams in Formula One. Look at that, the teeth are even sticking out there for Frizzo Stolt. And I think I saw Angel Di Maria celebrating with the Ferrari fans there as he gives us a wave. So it's Frizzo Stolt who takes the win ahead of Ash Best on the podium. Jolyon Manu, great driving third, CT fourth, Chicken fifth, Big C a fantastic drive to sixth for Mr. Grumpy, the experienced in seventh, 8th AMS, 9th Oogie, Joe 10th, Warren Haig 11th, and many DNFs including Cloudy Balloons. That was an incredible race, wasn't it, Louis?
Yeah, it was packed with drama right from the start, you know.
Yeah,
Where
I'll
the
just
Frizzle
invite...
will buckle at the end, you know.
Yeah,
Who
let me just
knows?
invite some people in. Sorry, it's going to cut you off the audio for a second while I get a few people in. So we'll get Ash Best in.
I'll leave the party so you can invite some guys in.
All right, well you take care, mate. Well done.
I'll catch you guys later.
All right, well done. Take care. JP Greenwood obviously joined us, so thanks to him. I don't know who finished on the who won. Sorry, Prison. Oh.
Ash Best, then Moliano Janu.
Yeah, we'll just get Big C in as well if we can. I don't know who else will be sticking around.
Shall we get Anthony Bilber?
I don't know if I've got.
Dano?
I don't know if I've got any of them added. I don't think they're online at the moment. So would have been nice to get some words. So we'll just invite these guys in for now and just see what they've got to say.
Definitely has some words to say.
Yeah, I'll ask him.
It'd be nice to get him in because he does seem quite like a passionate. Seems passionate about that incident anyway. So it'd be interesting to see. Well done, Joel.
Yeah, we'll just wait for everybody to join. Yeah. So the party is absolutely full here.
My God, what is happening here?
Well, what is happening here, Frizzo? Everybody's come here today to celebrate your fantastic victory around the basking sunshine at Catalunya. I don't know how you did it, my friend, but what a victory that was. We're all very proud of you. You know, we say that you're a popular man on the PSGL site, and we were delighted with your victory. You must be absolutely over the moon. Describe your emotions.
Well, it's my first win in 2 seasons, and it was in a fast car, so it was pretty easy to be fair, but Ash was pretty quick in his fucking door. How you did that?
Yeah. No, that's great, Frizzo, and you must be delighted to get that win. So, oh my God! Sorry, Frizzo. Sorry. So Frizzo, you just said you're very delighted with that win, and how on earth Ash Best was quick in the fucking Toro Rosso, as you put it. I mean, you must be delighted to get that win, you know, following what happened, you know, a couple of seasons ago where you
Australia.
bottled it to the line at Australia. So that you must be happy.
Yeah, I'm very happy.
Okay, well, just before we get going to the next person, I'm just going to see whether I can get a word from. I mean, it's a man that I'd like to invite into the party because I think there was a moment out on circuit which was quite controversial that we saw. Obviously, Frizzo Soccer's one. We'll get the words of the rest of the finishers, but we're just going to get Cloudy Balloons in as well
Oh,
to say a
no.
few words. But we'll go on to
This
the man
is
who
not a
finished
good
second.
idea.
We'll go on to the man who
No,
finished second.
Friezo.
It's not Frizzo who finished second, it's Ash Best. You know, phenomenal podium in the Toro Rosso after the events of, you know, yesterday. Today must be, you know, a new day, and you must be delighted with that.
Yeah, I mean, like, good to see I'm finally get I can finally get a go on a Toro Rosso instead of being tortured in a McLaren. But yeah, I'm delighted with P2. Car felt really smooth, really hooked up. Setup just worked perfectly. I couldn't have asked for more. Really. I mean, obviously the win, and I was hoping. For no offense for him, but I was hoping for him to do what he usually does and bottle it. But I mean, he seemed stable today, so which is obviously it's glad to see. I'm glad to see he's stable because now he can possibly challenge F3 more. But yeah, I'm personally really happy about this, and yeah, it's a good feeling after yesterday.
Okay, no, well done to you. Obviously, a great driver, and it's great to see you back on the podium. I'm just going to quickly change the party settings since Mr. Cloudy Balloons is having an issue. We're giving him a bit of publicity today, but you know, all with good reason. And we're going to move on to Jolian Manu. Obviously, was one of the drivers of the day yesterday in the PSGL F1 league, and you know, you came out here today with fighting spirit, and you managed to get that final podium. Louis, do you want to ask him how he's feeling?
How are you feeling? No, I mean seriously, a run of two great results. I'm sure it's nice to break a run of kind of tough finishes in F1. So, how are you feeling?
Yeah, fine. It was expected, I suppose, in that car. You got to do well when you get a good car, but shame I couldn't keep up with Ash or Frizzo, but it is what it is. Happy for P3.
Well done.
No, well done, and we'll move on to the next person. Who is it?
Is it me? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Big
Yes.
C,
Experienced driver.
yeah, very experienced driver.
Experience.
Finishing P6, you must be delighted with that, Big C, you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think the Haas sometimes, you know, is a bit overrated by people. I did the best I could, you know. The Haas didn't really have much more in there, you know. But I'm in the league to have great battles, you know. I had a great battle with Mr. Grumpy. You know, it's an honour to be racing someone like Mr. Grumpy in FP, so that was good fun. You know, chicken hounds as well and brain. So, obviously after yesterday's, you know, heartbreak, it was nice to race some drivers using their brains and capable of racing cleanly. So, yeah, so that was a nice change, and yeah, hopefully continue. Obviously, FP tends to have cleaner races than F1, so long may it continue. But yeah, congratulations to Frizzo on the win. Obviously, my teammate Joel
Thank
on
you.
the podium.
And Louis, I know there was an incident between you and Big C yesterday. Is this the moment
There
to
was.
clear the air?
Yeah, I thought it was a opening drive today. Well done. I hope. Yeah. Good job. That's all I have to say.
Okay, and we're going to move on to one of the most experienced, decorated drivers on the PSGL site, Mr. Grumpy. You've had a few bumps and grinds over the last couple of weeks, but you've come out here in full force and you've showed Big C how it's done. I mean, you finished behind him, but you put on a display to come home in P7. That was one hell of a drive. We were enjoying your defensive performance there against CC. Just sum us through your race.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. I was struggling in the first stint. Just a massive understeer, so just defending. But then, really good battle with CC and Big C. But I think there was a bit of contact in the last sector with CC, which I apologise for.
No, well done. That's all I've got to say.
Yeah.
I thought, it was a terrific drive, and you look like you're back to your best. I think, Frizzo, I don't know if you've got cloudy balloons blocked, but maybe that's the reason why you can't come in. I don't know.
Oh, yes, that's the reason.
Wait.
Yeah.
Unblock quickly. So get a word.
But just
Should
before...
be glorifying idiots.
No, we do feel like Mr. Balloons can definitely share a few words, because a lot of the racers out there today may not have seen the moment we saw on track. It was extremely, extremely controversial. It was like seeing a freight train go through one of the corners there. And it'll be good to get some words. But just before we do, Mr. Grumpy, you had a moment with your teammate in F4, and we saw an incredible collision there. Were you frightened going into this one?
Yeah, not really, no.
Oh, yeah.
I went into the race without a setup, so I wasn't sure how my setup would work, but yeah, it seemed decent enough in the middle stint.
That's good. And do you think you've learnt enough in terms of your strategy as to what you're going to do in the F4 league on Sunday? I know you might not be racing, but
yeah, if I am racing, don't go on the mediums.
No, that's good stuff. So I don't think. Yeah.
Go on.
No, you go.
All right.
I don't think we're going to get cloudy balloons in, but I mean,
that's a shame.
What he did say in the chat.
Please. Wait. I'll just.
All right.
Leave.
Take care for a fantastic victory.
Great race, mate.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Good job.
Bye.
See you later. I mean, I've never wanted to speak to a driver so much because QPR Beast. Just describe that moment with cloudy balloons and Dano. What did you make of it?
It was like two charging rhinos coming together head on, and it was a serious incident. I mean, as well out the pits, just crashing against the barrier. VJ Malley is crying himself to sleep right now with all the broken front wings across the track. How do you feel, Cloudy, about that race? Well, fair enough. Care to explain why? Mm. Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
And I've got to ask you, Cloudy. Sorry, Louis. I've got to ask you, Cloudy. When Dano made an overtake on you, you came like a freight train at the next corner. Myself and Louis were quite shocked at the speed you arrived at that particular corner to get a move done. We saw an M plate fly off your car. What was going through your mind emotionally at that moment in time? Because we're incredibly shocked by that incident. But you must have been quite fuming at that moment in time. No, not good. Well,
Did the,
anything else?
did the lack of downforce on the front wing cause that massive, monumental dive bomb? Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, I could see that, right.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I think that's it for the stream, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's it. Thank you so much, Cloudy, for your views. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And yeah, we'll see you next time at the next circuit. Whatever circuit it is, I don't know. We'll find out next week. Take care and see you guys later. Thank you for QPR Beast as well, joining me in the commentary box.